Girlies, if you are watching this video, that means you are feeling boring lately from your life. And it's not because nothing is happening, but because you are not present into your life anymore. Trust me, I have been there. I can help you out with that. So watch this video. I'll share something very honest with you guys. First of all, couple of years, not couple of years, from 2 years, I have been feeling very boring into my life, and it wasn't the case before. I used to be a very ambitious girl and very present into my life, but I don't know. I used to just cry every day, just having mental breakdown for no reason every single day, and used to feel like nothing is interesting into my life. And if that's you, this video is definitely for you. It felt like I was just existing in this world. My days were like I would wake up, scroll for hours, and then sleep, and then repeat again and again. And somewhere I realized that, which scared me a little, that I knew everything about people who were around me, but I couldn't remember a single thing that was meaningful for my life in that week. And that's when I realized that something is off. I need to change. I need to change my lifestyle, my routine, because I cannot live like that for my rest of the life. Because I'm going to do that, I'm not going to live happy. I'm not going to keep any people happy in my life. The very first question is why our lives start feeling boring. But in the deep down, it's not. Let me say this very clearly. If you are, especially when you are young and confused, your life doesn't feel boring when you do nothing with it. It starts feeling boring when you are watching people's life. We just scroll, we compare, we watch them every single day. We know everything about their outfit, their relationships, where they are tripping, how they are glowing up. But we don't know anything about ourselves. And that's the exact reason we are bored from our own life. Because we are just watching other people, not doing anything with ourselves. And literally ask yourself, girl, that did I do something that made me happy last week? And if you struggle to answer this question, you are stuck into this loop. You need help. Now I will tell you what I did and how it worked for me. As you guys know that I always do journaling, I started journaling that what are the things that taking my attention and I'm feeling bored. And I realized that I used to just scroll for hours. The moment I'm waking up in the morning, I'm just doom scrolling my phone, watching people's life, where they are going, when the brands are sponsoring them. And I felt like I'm doing nothing. And that's where the confidence goes down for the rest of the day. Believe me, we don't realize these things. That's what causing your confidence inside. And you know the trick is that actually worked for me. I literally started writing and thinking in my mind what part of my own life that I'm ignoring right now. And that's where the real rebranding of your life kicks in. And that's how I am doing in 2026. I have set my few goals. I am working on my goals. I am completely focused what I'm supposed to do during this year. It doesn't matter few of the goals I'm achieving or no, but at least I am working, I'm rebranding my own life. And I'm so happy and proud about myself. The moment that I started writing that what are the parts that I'm ignoring that can grow myself, I realized so many things. For example, I stopped doing workouts. I stopped eating my clean and a good food. I stopped taking a good sleep. I used to not drink water properly. Like I used to not care at all about my own life. So how I'm going to rebrand my own life if I'm not doing anything at all? Second thing, rebranding your life is not about aesthetic. It's about awareness, that you are aware what's going on, why it's going on, and what I can do to get a change in my life, how to improve it. A lot of girl thinks that rebranding your life means new habits, new routines, and new personality. It's not that at all. It doesn't happen all of a sudden. Third thing, which everybody is aware of, but apparently you guys are ignoring, as I used to, which is scrolling. Scrolling for endless hours, and that's a disconnection loop. Very uncomfortable truth is when your brain is constantly filled with other people's memories, other people's milestones, other people's highlight reels. That's where your own life starts feeling flat. Not because it really is, but because it's quiet. And quiet doesn't mean boring, it just means it's real, and you have to just work for that. Fourth is identity shift, and that's the core of rebranding your life. Instead of asking yourself that what do I want to achieve by end of this year, start asking yourself, how do I want to experience my 2026? Do I want to experience calm, intentional, or grounded? Because goal changes, identity always stays. Now the next part is how to actually rebrand your daily life, because it's your habits that helps you to achieve something at the end of the day. So here are some frameworks that I have practiced. One habit to stop, something which is draining your energy daily. Second habit is something to start, something very small but aligned. For example, waking up early, practicing some yoga, or doing some prayers instead of scrolling for endless hours. Then, one habit to protect, something that keeps you grounded. For example, journaling, quiet mornings, movement. Say that your life in 2026 will look exactly like what you protect daily. And I mean, that's true. I mean, you have to protect your peace. Next part is rebranding your life quietly, which is very important. You don't need to announce your rebrand to everyone. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to prove yourself. Real rebrands happen quietly. You don't have to show off, because you change first and then the world notice. There is something very important that I'm going to talk about right now about journaling. How journaling helped me to take me to where I am right now, to how I am rebranding my life in 2026. Because in 2025, in 2024, I never had a thought about rebranding my life, because I was so stuck and I just assumed my life to be like that for the rest of my life. And now I am doing it, so I want you girls to do it the same way too. And you know, this is where journaling actually matters when you are trying to rebrand your life. Not a aesthetic journaling, not romanticizing productivity, just clear journaling. In order to notice patterns, track self-trust, and reflect without any judgment. It's just you and your journaling. There are some prompts that I'm going to put here. For example, what did I do today that aligned with my 2026 self? What felt forced today? What would I do differently tomorrow? Like, for example, there will be some days that won't go according to what you have thought, but that's okay. Now think about tomorrow. Journal about how you're going to spend your tomorrow, your next day. And that's where the real change kicks in. And I truly believe that this is how identity shifts quietly and consistently. And I was just talking to my friend today after I came home that there is no such an alternative for hard work. There is a hard work. You just have to keep going. You don't, like, how do I explain that? There should be no comparison, no inconsistency. No bullshits at all. Now let's talk about the days that you will be going off track. You will miss those days. You will feel off. You will not be consistent. But that doesn't mean you are not rebranding yourself. These are just the part of those days. I mean, you are human. There will be few days in 1 year. Say this out loudly that missing just one day doesn't erase your whole life. You can always save those hours by working more. Reflect, adjust, and continue. And let me tell you one thing, that why this version of you will actually last. Because this time you're not copying somebody, you're not rushing, and neither you are forcing change. You're just building self-trust, and self-trust is everything. When you trust yourself, so many good things started happening. If you're watching this and still thinking that it's me, it feels like me, that means it's not a random video. This year is not about going to be unrecognizable. It's all about building your self-trust, and that's the most powerful rebrand you can do for your life. Your 2026 version doesn't need to be louder. She just needs to be real. And if this video really helped you to stay with yourself, to think clearer, then stay with me and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.